It's, I think,
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮುಂದೆ
ಆನ್ಲೈನ್
No one will kill, no? We will find a convenience. We have this.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ
చిక్కు బ్రిడ్జ్
స్టార్ట్ చేయకపోతే జనాలు వెళ్ళిపోతారు.
ఫోన్ చేస్తున్నా
Good evening all. Welcome to this residence meeting. I think we are recording this meeting for our this thing and to write our minutes and all. Because separate, there is no separate person to write our minutes. We are recording procedures. So this is a simple small meeting. To only last meeting we discussed about the all outcomes and whatever we have done. So some of this thing was promised within we will finish. Some of the stuff was promised that within March this year we will closing that. So most of the what we have promised in last meeting we have done. So to discuss that, we have gone for a small meeting. So secretary will.
Good evening, everyone. This is for just updating the day-to-day activities and progress, and also take some feedbacks on from the residents. Mainly for the water supply, we have already released, and we need feedbacks. If anyone is facing issues, each residents can give the feedback. And also, we are planning to fix the meters shortly. All the commercial part we will come back. Uh, Definitely we have to fix, otherwise we will not be able to measure the usage. So who is using more and who is using less? We cannot treat equally. So there is excess bill also we have measured. If you will see the December bill, it was two borewells. One is borewell to some, from some to overhead tank. In December it was 6,550. In March we got 15,970. So approximately 9,400 rupees is the difference between
The electric the units have been increased.
Okay. We have to discuss how we are going to pay these excess charges. We have committed last time that 3 months we will not be charging to the residents. Now we have to think of how we can manage this excess bill. Okay. Coming to the STP operations, now just we started the operations. Now clean water is pumping to the nearby forests. Still we have not got to the park, but still it will be a trial base. That also we have an excess bill approximately 4,150 rupees has come, comparing between December and March. And we also appointed one operator who can take care of the day-to-day operations along with our staff. He is going to supervise, and slowly, if our team gets the knowledge on how to operate, then we will see how we can manage the dedicated person. That is one part, and the second part is we wanted to take security feedbacks also. Securities have been changed a couple of times. New security, we almost are now 4 to 5 months implementing. We wanted to take that feedback, and we will see if any further development could be done. And we have seen multiple dogs entering into our layout. Okay, we have closed back gate, but still there are multiple options. One is from COB is coming, another one is from phase 3 is coming. From main gate also security is not avoiding them to enter. So we have discussed to take some panchayati help or our staff help to take those dogs and leave it in the outside somewhere, which we cannot come back once again. We don't know that will work or not, but we'll try to do that job. And we have seen, we have also seen couple of messages on the garbage drums. Existing drums not sufficient. We have already approved to buy another 2, 3 extra drums so that we can fulfill that requirement. If every residence helps, you can also segregate wet and dry. So that can, if we get that wet and dry separated, I think panchayat can come and keep the wet and dry separated. There will not be any changes. At present, we are paying 4,000 rupees for the garbage pickup. If you wanted to avoid that 4,000, we have to plan for segregation of the wet and dry. And apart from that, we are also planning to celebrate the Sri Ramnavami, which is coming on 26th. So that also we will discuss. We will go one by one now, giving the water supply feedbacks. If anybody have any issues, any leakages are not coming water properly, anyhow, I am facing problem. I am not getting full time. Half time only I am getting. This is I already discussed. If anybody have water problem that not getting sufficient, or now at present only one weekly once we are releasing. If not getting, we are also planning to go for twice in a week. Anybody have any feedback? You can tell us. If you don't have any problem, how can we go ahead for the meter fix?
Meter fixing needs to be done. Whether we are charging or how much we are charging, that is a separate issue. But meter has to be fixed because we have to monitor how much a person is getting. Now, Bhubaneswar is telling me his house is less. Whether his usage is more, we don't know.
No, my tank is 6,000 liters are not
It is
filled.
different what you are telling. Okay. Association does not believe in that. Okay. That is why meter is kept. That is why meter. Whether what is the charge and all will be discussed later. We can go for a meter wherein we will be knowing that how much is the income.
And we also have two options. One is analog meters and digital meter. We are thinking of going digital so that you can get proper accurate readings, and also how they will provide the hub here. So we can monitor from here only what is the each individual house usage. Okay. We will come back and this the rates and how much residents can get and what is there any possibilities from associations. What can be done that will
How much is the how much is the electricity charge coming for the water supply?
9,400 rupees has come in excess compared to December.
Per month or the
Per month, per month.
So 9,000 rupees is spent to supply water to the 35 houses.
Yeah.
Correct.
9,000 change.
Approximately 9,400 as well.
Sir, for STP, how much is coming?
STP is coming 4,150
That is per month.
per month. Both are per month.
So these two are
This we are comparing from December and March.
These
We are not considered January. What was the December bill and what is the March bill that we are comparing?
no, whatever is the latest bill.
Latest bill.
Latest fully used bill.
Yeah.
So 30,000 additional is coming for 35 houses.
Yes. So you can consider that agreeing all the residents for the fixing the meters.
Is there anything you are expecting from us? Why are you
We
asking
will,
us?
no,
Permission.
it's only feedback we are taking.
No, feedback, if everyone is, no.
We're asking can
If
you?
they have any queries, they can tell us.
We can discuss about that. If any queries are there, we can discuss. Then we have a clarity on that.
Sir, for me, the water pipeline is directly going into the sump. So in between there is no chamber in my construction style. So how do you recommend to install the
We have to
meter?
take out the pipe. Once again, we have to do this thing. After
So
the meeting.
from the road it is directly into the sump. So
From the road itself, we can dig it.
The
Piece of
meter
meter.
should be visible to the
We will
association
stop.
to take the readings.
So every house will get different design. So either you can spend to cut the pipe on the road and put a meter there.
No, on the road we will not put, on the footpath also it's.
No.
This thing, we will not put.
No, in my design I'm telling you, either you can have the meter on the road or somewhere outside the gate, or you can have the meter only in the sump because that is the only point where it is output falling into the tank. So in between there is nothing because it's fully concretized. Either it is outside on the road or to the end point only we can have an option.
No. Whether we have to put the meter on the footpath, I don't know. What call will the EC will take on that? Otherwise, in your house, if you are telling, we will take a bed, take it inside your compound, and from the outside we will get once again a bed to the this thing. If you are not interested in cutting down the compound, this is concrete. That is the only way we can do it.
This is one option. We will also call the proper expert who can supply and fix the meters. We will take those issues feedbacks also. How
Yeah, because every house will have its own
different
design.
scenarios will be there.
So most likely, any new house that has been constructed, most likely we'll have from the road, it will be under the concrete directly to the sun. Most likely, most of the new houses will be like that. Who constructed after me or along with me, most likely.
The meter should be preferably inside the compound. Easily,
Right. So what I am offering is, you can definitely have the meter at the end point.
end point, if the end point is inside your this thing, some
Inside.
how it is possible. Fixing a meter inside your
So,
house.
digital meter inside water.
Inside water.
Inside water will fall down, right? So, see, end point is there. Water.
End point is inside your this thing. No?
Correct, inside that sound, but the depth of the my sound is so high that your 3 hour supply will not reach to that point. So the meter will always be above the water
So
level.
that's your scenario, right?
Ah.
It change.
That is what I'm saying. House to house it is different. That's what.
Your house itself, no, exactly see your house.
Hmm.
We can discuss on that.
Correct.
Whether the meter will be installed in your this thing, some.
That's what I think.
No.
See, majorly houses,
No,
nobody
that
has
is not majority, that is not minority.
No, I'm.
Policy is one thing. Meter should be visible.
Visible. That is
It can be inside a chamber
Ultimate-
where you can close it. I am not declaring that. But it should be visible. What the association?
There is some
thing
single
once you are locking the some this thing is going, then association wants to inspect your house. Then how it is possible?
See, by seeing our conditions, definitely some civil work is required to fix the meters. However, we will call that expert, we will take that suggestions and proceed. But how we can proceed exactly? Okay, this. Because every
house
house,
going to monitor getting the water from government actually. Should be monitored on the house. So that design has to be kept by the landlord. So house owner.
no points.
Sir,
So points.
so are you suggesting or offering anything in terms of the civil work? You are saying that civil work is involved. Civil work is involved means money is involved.
Yeah, money will be, that's why that call has to be taken by the EC.
Okay. So,
Whether it is done from the association side or individual.
right. See, we are currently at 40 houses in a 315 houses. Okay, approximately 10% of the size right now.
Yeah.
So definitely 90% opportunity is there to monitor and make sure that this meter is kind of already set. For the upcoming new houses.
What is the confusion here? See, if the civil work has to happen inside the house, that house owner should take it, and civil work is in outside of the house. Association has to take it. That's it, right? What is it confusion here?
Yeah, money is important.
Yeah.
That is why the question is. That is why the question is. Because I will put money or you will put money. Or it will be sharing. See, there are multiple opportunities and we are here to discuss the opportunities and offers. So that's why I am giving the statistics. For the future 90% of the houses, because we are having a water supply policy now, we can make sure that every construction is happening, there will be an opportunity to put the meters in. Okay? For the already constructed houses, if there is a civil work involved, is there a complete transfer of cost to the owner, or is it a ownership will easily be able to take it, or will it be a sharing? Three options. House to house, I agree. You can do your survey and figure out how much the cost is coming, and then you can answer later also. But I am asking you this question because
That's what,
there is money involved.
no, that's what I told. In a EC, we will discuss about this.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
expert
we make
suggestions also required, right? We cannot take our decisions. What is the, the vendor, what is the solutions we have to find out. Basis that only we can make.
No, sir, whatever we tell, the vendor will do. Okay, what is the rule permitting? That is the thing what we have to decide in the EC.
So at the end of the day, it has to be visible to the association.
Yes.
Meter has to be visible.
From the association.
That is the ultimate goal. What can be done on this, we will come back.
So please take an action item so that you can do a survey from house to house to figure out what is going to happen and what you are suggesting to house to house, because the solution can't be universal.
Yes.
Yes.
Going forward for the rest of the 90%, it can be a universal solution. But already constructed houses, it has to be an adjustment and agreement between people.
For newly constructed houses, at least we will going forward, we will include this CLOC so that I can provision that. So since the access.
I know there are already some houses under construction, maybe you should immediately enforce this trend.
Coming to the excess bills, everybody last year, was requested not this year. Last residence meeting, everybody requested 3 months to give from the association. Probably till March, we will bear from the association. From 1st of April, we are planning to share the, till we bring the figures, we have to equally share the decimal bill. Whatever it is coming, we will divide it into the number of houses. If anybody doesn't require this water, they can come and inform us so that we will not charge them. Anybody having wells and they are not depending on the association water, they can inform us.
It's not just water, right? It's not just water, right? STP also there, right?
STP we are not going to.
So it's
only water.
9,000 rupees.
9,000 divided by 35.
Together.
No, that is separate. Together is separate.
Sir, 4,000 rupees is your STP cost.
Yes.
Assuming roughly, including the houses which are under construction, it is coming close to 40,000 rupees. So if you simply divide it, it is 100 rupees per house. Why don't you increase that 100 rupees of STP cost also to the residents?
No, my personal this thing on that is we will be increasing for everyone, every what to say members. Then we will increase for ourselves. So I don't want to increase only for the STP. Then we will be screwed up tomorrow. Everything will be under our this thing. You are using it, you will pay. Like that it will happen. So on a long run, that is not a good idea.
Okay.
We will increase it to everyone. Because even the site, empty sites is beneficial for that. This value is increasing.
Not just that only. STP is actually an investment for operating. Operation has to be there.
This has to know. Yes, yes.
And then the water is using for the common.
No, water is you see. Many of us we are building what tankers, right? We are paying to them. Now we are not paying to them. Only we are planning to divide the Western charges. Okay. STP anyhow is comes under the association. We will continue to pay from association. Only water charge, Western charges should be shared with all the houses or
So 9,000 rupees you said is the best one, right?
Yes.
So if it is divided by 35 houses, it is coming around 58.
250 or 240.
Until it
It will be varying. We will
Then approximately it is coming to 300 rupees.
Huh?
Approximately it is coming to 300 rupees, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, there are certain houses where there are rentals also. So are we going to say instead of 40, we will actually divide it by 44?
Definitely, because they are also using water. If it is rental, that also will be considered one of the house.
So that means the houses where there are rentals will be paying, essentially that owner will be paying more money to for the water supply than a person who don't have rentals. Essentially because
We will charge them for rental houses also. This it will be divided to them. Anyhow, STP we have discussed. Security, anybody have any concerns?
If there is no issue. So once this someone take care of it, ask for it, compared to the earlier.
For maintenance, you can put the install meters. Before you install the.
So before April, can you install the meters?
No,
Before April, I don't think it was.
it's not possible.
Okay, all right, no problem. When the meters can be installed, some approximation date is there?
Maybe next 3 months.
The reason is,
After March, 3 months. Yes. Not into March.
So there is next AGM, before AGM.
Before AGM we can plan, but till then, this water, bill water rate is coming, will be divided equally into the number of houses.
Including how we are collecting maintenance, right? We are collecting maintenance for rental house.
Whether that has to be transferred to our association account or not, it has to be told by this thing.
what transfer?
The amount.
Which amount?
The
Will be provided. Power amount, electricity amount.
Oh, that should be added to the maintenance to the invoice.
Maintenance. But it be varying every month.
So we will.
Always we have to make
No,
one
no,
step.
no. See, from the system standpoint, we will create a debit memo for each hours.
Yeah.
Specifically calling as a water charge.
Water charges.
We create a debit memo. No problem.
In
System is okay.
in NBH itself, we create that water charges.
You tell the policy,
It will go
system
back
will
into
take
the
it.
account. Security of yes. So coming to the last points, there are now we have roughly calculated.
Sorry, sir. I'm still there. STP, you mentioned 4,000 rupees electricity bill is there. But what is the cost of the person who is doing the work?
Person operator, right?
Operator.
Operator, we have fixed it monthly 5,500 rupees. 7,500 rupees. 7,500 rupees. Okay.
For managing this
Managing the
without manpower. Manpower will be our manpower. He will supervise the running of the STP.
So 4,000 plus 7,000.
No.
excess, no,
Yeah,
that's now we get
500.
So approximately some 12,000
12,000 additional.
What are we looking at or how to use?
Water meter, it gives Mukhalij.
Diamond Sunday is only half to use.
Then it we'll see. Then the meter will come only by half an inch. All the meter will come by half an inch. Then you put a reducer and connect it. There is no issue.
But uniformly,
It will be uniform only. Meter does not come in two different sizes. Meter will be only one. What I know is 3/4 of an inch. If you are telling half an inch, it will put a reducer and connect it. There is no issue.
So whatever we are connecting, it should be as per BWSSB.
So you will.
That's what my meter does not come like that. 1 inch, 1 meter, 2 inch, 1 meter will not come like that. Residential meter will come on only one size.
So you will appoint a plumber to go to each.
Each house and each house, the plumbing work will be separate this thing. How, what is the percentage and how we will fix up later? There are many. Sir.
Can you type of gateway engine?
4 inches.
That will not be some commercial or something. But
Yes, BWSSB mandates that it should be half an inch for domestic meters.
Commercial meter is half an inch. Commercial meter is 1 inch, 2 inches,
that
4
will
inches.
be
5
according to
inches.
their this thing. Commercial is my own. So according to my this thing, it will be there. Residential it will not be like that.
Any other?
Regarding the dogs.
Dogs,
Sir, initially somehow we agreed for 2 dogs, sir. Okay, now there are 3 dogs.
Now we have to.
I have one suggestion. I have one
That's
suggestion.
how the diagnostic.
No, government is not against it.
Yeah, I have one suggestion. A lot of kids are playing now. Make sure that I mean, these roads are being free by association. They are playing mostly on this road. So if possible, avoid driving on these roads and then give that.
Avoid what?
This road is there, the middle road.
Avoid what?
Secondly,
Yeah.
you control
Control the traffic on the, some barricade or small barricade or something, or kids can play every time because they are playing and it's very safe also.
Just
There
barricades
must
should be fine.
be-
In front of this house only, side of this house.
On the area, we will just.
Just
observe
put
it.
it.
Allocate for that. Okay.
Some plastic barricade or something. if you-
Plastic barricade comes, no? That
But
can
you
be
know,
not.
I mean, I'm seeing lot, some people are driving, I mean, driving construction facility.
Very fast also.
Yeah,
Sir, on extension to his recommendation, I wanted to recommend, see, either you can take a barricades, fantastic. Actually, there are certain schools which can sponsor the barricades if you wanted to go and talk to them also. Some of these schools can provide.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so let's say that's because I have seen somewhere, so I'm telling you. Another one I wanted to extend was, if possible, barricade is one option. Other option is put a speed breaker.
Because in a
At least if there is a speed breaker, people will slow down.
the speed breaker, the problem, the long run, the road is spoiled.
The road is spoiled.
So instead, you know, it's a.
Water logging will be
Yeah,
happening there.
So, temporary, construction, they want the water. logging.
One or two speed breaker in this road, it is necessary. We will do that.
Because the road is
There
outside, then road is spoiled.
So the point is, wherever there is a long stretch of road, no, that is a dangerous spot, essentially. See, the side roads are not okay, but the long stretch road without speed breaker or without a barricade is going to be trouble. Either way, whichever you feel comfortable, we are okay. Essentially the ask is to slow down the traffic.
Yeah, one more thing, you know, I
Otherwise,
always prefer few roads which less traffic, less this electricity things. Like the boxes, this road I always I could see there is no electricity boxes or something. So that's why I'm saying this road is always safe. So,
Yeah, that is such a good idea, we can do it. But if you sponsor for barricade, if you are getting a sponsor, then it's too good. Otherwise, some.
Accidents also can avoid and driving
Barricade.
That's it.
We'll do that.
I don't know which any other approximate update by your
It is a road, I mean, it is just for the evening time or the wherever the time they are playing, right? Make it as a road
See,
for the area is just.
Generally speaking, it is 4 to 7 o'clock is when
Yeah.
kids are playing. So just have it at that time, after that to remove it.
When kids playing also is so much necessary for us. So has to be considered.
So on the same topic, sir, the same zone where the kids are right now playing, gravel on the road is so loose, people are skidding. Okay, so if possible, clean it not the leaf part, even the gravel part, because people don't skid. These kids are all running, cycling and wheeling. All those things are happening. Okay, so it's a dangerous. Please clean the stop place.
రాయి ఉంటుంది రాయి వల్ల క్లీన్ చేయాలంటారా
ఒకరికి ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయాలి వాళ్ళు చెత్త కాకుండా రాము ఏదైనా ఉంటే
Use gravel and come down English word.
School buses have started to come inside, because when I was part of the EC, the school buses were supposed to sit in the stop in the main gate, turn and.
లాస్ట్ maybe last year or before AGM we raised this point.
AGM, I don't think, not last AGM, I was not
Not
raised.
residence
meeting.
So
But
because
school buses is another.
one is denied triple one Nandina sir, some people are requested
No,
to
but-
allow.
Our car than our vehicles, personal vehicles.
No,
School
it is
buses not
better.
very
It is better to stop the vehicles.
Yeah.
Today, it may be a less vehicle. Today itself, it is more than 5 or 6 vehicles are coming. That is number of times.
Yeah.
With 5 vehicles, 3 times, 15 times. So it is always risky to have a school bus
Coming inside.
inside this thing. That
I
means-
have noticed so many times they stop the vehicle and the helpers who are there in the bus, they are plugging.
Yeah, that always
And
happening.
even the students also.
Students are getting down the bus and doing
Then
this.
we strongly objected not to allow the buses, but parents are not
But association's decision must be final, right?
They are telling that if something happened to my kid, who is responsible?
No, kids are always dropped inside this thing, sir. All the kids are playing on the road.
Yeah.
That is the major point.
No, that is not a logic point, what you are asking. It's not a logic
No,
point.
it is not my point, it is parent point.
Whatever, if the parent is telling that,
Even one of the, I am the one person objected that day. The reason, the kids are on a different age variant. And the climate is not like this for every time in Bangalore. If the rainy season is there, and even the cold season is there, you cannot even, you will not be there in the house and grandparents only will be there.
Two parents are
And
working
very
from
less
home.
houses and lot of constructions are happening. It's very dangerous, dropping kids during that season and then coming.
If two parents are working, we
Instead
can't,
you can create a path, not to drive in all the roads, instead keep a path.
Yeah.
All schools are asking,
otherwise, no, it is very difficult to keep a path. It is always.
Instead, I think owners should take care, and whoever dropping the kids, that whoever this owner, they can make sure that there
I
is.
am giving answer to that. I am giving answer to that. Only thing what we can do is, age group we can tell, okay, less than 10 years, less than 2 years.
Implementation such a
Same was, same was, morning books are also there, but the books are also there. If one bus, you have to allow every bus, or you want to stop, you have to stop everything. You
So
cannot.
make a path, that's always good, instead of, roaming away, all the roads are right.
Otherwise, 1 or 2 points you have to give inside the level.
Some points or some paths, that's good, nearby somewhere, 1 point to keep it. And can, even I am seeing, also school buses are making very high speed and then coming. So, but that will,
Because
let's not rise everyone in
it's
the
not in high
morning.
speed, they are coming in, taking reverse, such a big vehicle,
Yeah.
taking reverse, it's always risky.
Correct, but make a path and then put it, otherwise, main gate is impossible in this condition of the day. Tomorrow, the 40-50 houses from everywhere, there is a vigilance and monitoring, otherwise you put in a CCTV.
You will see that, how many students are there, less than maybe 10 or 20 years, and with them, how many elders are there.
Because we should consider the environment situation. Many things are.
I think we have to go a little bit deep into that. We'll see.
Another thing is I have posted pictures many times, especially for those house construction that are getting constructed, that you are blocking the roads. I'll tell you one incident. That's SS, whatever the steel company they use for construction, it was laid like a chapati on the road. We had to put a sudden brake, our cab driver, and he couldn't go on the thing. And same happened with my husband, he was about to fall that night. That road doesn't have any street light. I've told many times for them to remove the mud and everything out from the road, never happens.
And little bit cleaning also, because I could change multiple times my tires. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, avoid roads reconstruction.
I'll tell you.
You have a separate road, you please use that.
I'll tell you, see, we have informed the
No,
residents.
it is not informing. We have also constructed also. I'm a 40-ton vehicle, cannot take the vehicle onto the footpath or onto the other side of the road. It has to be dropped on board only. You may not be going, vehicle can't go there.
And the second point, what normally we have observed,
Go.
owners normally they are waiting for unload. So the vehicles, if you come, and they will block wherever they
They have to drop it there.
Then
So
so
maybe
signboards
it's not
or block the road so that we don't take the road.
It is
Because
better no, put in sign
other
board.
than what I'm trying to say is, today the road is empty. When I was leaving in the morning office, today it's empty. By the time I come, unexpectedly there is a road there or some companies have been laid
That's
off.
what I'm telling you.
Some road
Always
blocks
use the
are
next road.
right?
Always use the next road itself. When construction is happening, avoid that road. Because owner will not be here. Where will we call the owner? He will not be able to pick our call also. He is also like us only, no? Whether he will be able to pick our call. How many times you call the owner? If the owner tells also whether that is possible there? No. Madam, today 1,000 rupees has to be given for a laborer. And if you are telling one road coming and two laborers just to put this one that side, you know the wastage and the 2,000 rupees, what is the cost of his house there? So that and all is not practical. Avoid the road. Simple, one word answer.
Sir, today we can avoid because there is opportunity for us. So today maybe we can adjust for sure, but there should be some sort of a traffic policy that you might have to come later. When some more houses might come, because it's not necessary that it
Then if she
always
can ask
possible.
me, she can ask me if all the roads construction is happening, then what?
Right.
Till now, that is not happening. I am also asking the same. I am asking that question. If all the road construction is happening,
Yeah.
we'll see then.
Yeah. So I'm saying, so today there is an opportunity,
No,
but
even
even
sign
check
board,
policy from your
what I
side.
am saying is, given the sign board, there is an expenditure on the association. That association can't bear now.
Even if you put signboards at couple of places, who is following?
No one is following. 20 kilometers is our sign board showing.
See, residents itself will not follow. We have requested everyone should have a vehicle stickers. These are so many vehicles doesn't have a stickers. We cannot force them, right? This.
Yeah, you can actually force them if security stops every vehicle, which is not
That's what is happening. Residents also should understand and not follow the guidelines.
Who are coming back to the other way? They're not done.
Any other points?
Sometimes I'm not able, after reaching the.
That is there, and delay is there from Mogo Road.
And number cars, actually everyone coming by, they are searching the villas. Delivery boys and all those. That is the.
Sign boards are there, but there is no cross numbers.
It has been 2 years since the boards have been erected there, and we were unable to paint the numbers here.
There is some system came, so we
No, we can, no.
Sir, you need the numbers, sir. Who is asking to put the names? Numbers, sir.
Yes, numbers.
Just to put a given number, sir, so and so numbers.
for small.
Or call for a community action. I am ready to come with my paint and my brush to paint the numbers. Call for action. Can the community get together? Everybody give everybody one or two.
I would pay that.
Sir, almost every street has a house. Okay now. I will pay to my number board.
I'll have it.
Okay. No, we can have one person or two people. We have just for your information, we have one tenant who is an artist also, by the way. They can do the outer line. We will fill the colors like a kit. We will fill the colors. Let that person do the numbering. We will do it. You don't have to
Honestly, we tried lot to get one.
It's a separate properties here.
No, it will peel off. It will peel off.
No, printing is coming off. We have seen for the 20 street, but I have seen something coming off. Printing. But sir, you don't have to spend money. You don't come forward. You do it.
Yeah, give the number.
You give number, we'll definitely.
I already have a lot.
They are not small.
Ask in this meeting,
Anybody have number? Please give us, we will try to get that guy. We have to paint so many things, including the entire
House number, we use the stencils and then these people. We can do it, right?
no, size would be bigger. Size is bigger to the line. Sir, someone write the outer line.
Maybe that's the best one. If any good
We will not do it, sir.
painter is there, the writing will be the best one.
We'll see.
Sir, another day, one of the resident, I don't remember exactly the name, that person maybe not here. That person told we can actually do a community cleanup activity also. We will all come together, do some work. As a community, we will do Sramadhanam and all we will do, sir. You should call, once you as an association appeal for the residents to do a Sramadhanam, we will all come on Saturday.
Remove all dry leaves.
Huh?
We'll remove all dry leaves.
Something we will do, sir. Make a community
Some
event.
park we can do.
Sir, one part we can do, sir. In the corporate offices and all, we go to a forest and clean the forest, sir. What, sir? No.
And let us know who is good painter here, we will,
Sir, everybody is a good painter, sir. Filling only, no. Someone will do the outer lining and we will fill, sir. Yes, sir.
Association should sponsor the fee.
we will definitely sponsor.
That is sponsor. We will come with gloves and all. We will only come. That you don't have to do. Paint, brush.
It has to clean first,
That paint has to be.
We have 3 layers also, no?
Let them first clean it, because.
One day,
It has to be clean.
one day let them clean it. One day let them do that yellow color painting fresh sheet. Keep it ready. Then one person will come and write outline. Third day he will come and paint. Fill the color.
This is second option. If,
I already said.
We have to paint the board in green. Then
yellow drawing is fine, sir. That is the standard.
Uh-huh.
Yellow drawing is fine.
Yellow color. See. One person it is yellow will do. Background can be dark also. You put the black also
Normally,
green also.
rules if you follow, yellow black is the ideal one.
Sir, on the highways, it is green and white. Just for your information. Where is yellow over black?
See, any main have you seen the railway station green?
Sir, I am talking about the
yellow,
roadways.
black.
Sir, I am talking about the roadways. I am talking about roadways. Roads are different. National highways, it is either blue or green with white letters.
Green and white, but
Anyhow, yellow is already there. We will put one more yellow.
yellow is there. It is not paint.
It's a
Primer.
primer.
So we will put a paint. When we are doing something, we do it properly.
Sir, make
Tomorrow we are answerable to
We will
everything.
come back to the residents
If one person is coming, why did you paint all the primary? If we ask him, what will be the reply? So do it properly.
Any other points?
Just the one on tree cutting because
Tree trimmings, right? We will do sir.
not that trimming, the tree next to my house, the roots have actually come inside the compound. So if you have to get the tree cut.
Because some roots are coming inside the building.
Full shifted,
We have to make such cases.
ಬೇರೆ ಸಮೇತ ಮಾಡಿ
We have to get that thing done, the car parking thing done.
Okay, so when coming to that tree cutting point, sir, some things are association sensitive, some things are personal individual sensitive. So from an association standpoint, if the layout has to look nice. Today, having so much of greenery is the selling point in our association, in our layout. Okay, I am not against cutting a tree where the roots are intruding into the house and all. My recommendation is if you are doing something like that, don't simply kill the tree by cutting half and all. If possible, dig into the, take away the complete root, if possible, and then plant something else which can be bushy and still looks greenery. It is costly, but having the greenery maintenance is the selling point of this layout. If there is no greenery at all,
Cutting board has a part, so it's.
And cutting will not help.
You need to approve the.
The roots doesn't stop over there.
correct. So if possible, now put a fresh bushy, not so big rooting kind of thing, but make sure there is a greenery maintained still. Every house, if every house starts cutting and removing the trees and all, soon it will become a desert. And this is not an individual house decision, it has to be an association.
But I would say we can plant more trees this area also, like on the roads.
We will plant sir now some water, we have that STP water.
Bangalore style,
May, maybe June,
that flowers are there, right?
May, June.
Cherry.
Cherry blossom season is now.
Water fruits.
That's main road.
Security
No,
problem.
it can
Like
be
you
more
have
than
maximum security.
That's Ambedkar,
That's
there
it.
is no house.
But our side of that,
I'm saying this main road, this side. The main road is.
That's why, now they are proposing a road connected to that last.
Not
The next cherry blossom we can come.
No, they are going to, they might.
yeah, bushy tree and all we can keep.
I mean,
Not a very
flower tree,
huge,
It is not, somewhere in the line.
because if we are going for overhead there, that point, then it's an issue there.
Overhead means you have to read it on high level. Because lorries and all, construction lorries and all. is there.
No,
So,
yeah,
on the footpath,
Then- then-
overhead line will be on the footpath.
Oh, electricity.
Electricity work, yes.
See, we have, when it comes to trees and beautification, we spent about some 3,000-4,000 rupees last time to buy the lot of plants and planted near the security gate. But without enough watering and measuring and taking care, plants will eventually die out. So request someone from association, put some kind of a green department or something should take care of it. Otherwise, we will spend time in buying the plants and they will keep dying.
No. Buying the plants and monitoring it day to day, there are two, if you are buying a tree, tree is happening. Then there is no day to day nurturing on the.
That is happening, that's not happening today.
Yeah, but day to day without manpower, it is 2 manpower, I don't think. Increase the
No,
manpower.
I'm not asking for increasing manpower, sir. Then you have
Then
STP
don't
water.
don't go and invest in that.
No, STP water is there.
Water may be there. At last the water to go there, manpower is
Having a
required.
simple
You
irrigation.
can plan it,
Having a
such a
simple
way that
irrigation.
it's not require much water, right? These trees are there.
But you have to water it.
Initially.
Initially, no.
That forest have how long it is.
Saplings, they kept the saplings over there. It is not a, that's what, a sampling of a tree. Initial nurturing is enough and afterwards it grows.
So 6 months we have to nurture.
Small plants, no? How much ever it is there, you have to keep on nurturing it.
I'm not saying about
Trees
small
must
ones,
have-
I'm saying
That was the kept, that was kept over the entrance.
So because while planting itself, you should plan.
This tree is best for that side, no flower, no fruits, nothing.
No, this is harmful tree. Need not, in so many states, these trees have been banned. So we will not further case this.
That's my issues. Carrots kind of related. So somebody will tell us.
I think even in Madhya Pradesh it has been banned. Further we will not.
There is one gardener also, new gardener being.
Yeah.
They are
That is
living-
replacement only.
Means not foreign, it's a family.
They are here only.
They are there only.
What-
The aim is to temporary district. We have to make that. The call has to be taken by the association. Whether to, we are in a process of building a room for this thing.
Yeah,
So,
the
but
previous
that
couple
could not
was-
happen for past 3 years.
The previous couple, we didn't let them stay inside the.
Yeah, no, these people are from quite far. They don't
No,
have
actually,
access from their community.
this discussion did come for that old lady who came from Assam, even father. So at that point of time, we were thinking of having some sort of a building constructed for them, plus any emergency medical kind of another room, plus a storeroom all put together. So there has been, correct. There has been 2 lakh rupees allocated for that one. The 2 lakh has been spent on something else. So that room was never constructed. So that was there in the plan. It never materialized.
But we can still plan a problem.
Like, have you taken their
Well,
ID
the
cards?
next finance year after everything.
Correct.
This year we spent a lot of money for water, STP. Lot of things we purchased.
More than that.
Displays are good. Because-
People are mad in this world.
And by the way, to that point, whether we are allowed to keep them or not, see, we agreed for Narmada and Yadav because they were at the judge of that particular age where they want to issues. So their domestic issue should not become a association issue.
Yes.
So Narmada Yadav, we agreed to have a room is because of their age and their responsibilities elsewhere, etc. As we are bringing that age down, their domestic issue should not become an association issue because last time I remember Suresh sir was there when there are 2 or 3 houses, construction houses, people were fighting and then police came, etc. We don't want such situations to happen. So take a decision. You are free to take a decision, but make a decision keeping sanctity of the layout that their problem is not become our problem.
See, these we have purchased the excess amount we had from the nature. We have purchased 100 steel plates. First the next 50 plates we purchased. And
He was there already.
we have purchased 50.
That was from previous generation.
This we have purchased here. And connections, whatever basic things required, now we have everything for purchase. As any celebrations, we have currently.
That is a good purchase. That is a good purchase. I mean, a good asset. Will that be also shared with association because in every AGM we need something like that to happen? Can it be shared with association also?
Yeah, CCTVs we can see.
Association for only a
Only for association.
or any
Not for the association funds.
But the
But
benefit-
it's
Not
not
from association funds.
But for association.
No, no, no. Or puja, temple related, our puja is related.
a different account. No?
It's not from.
I wanted to make sure it is on
But
the
it's from the Ganesha festival fund.
Yeah, fund, yeah.
Good.
And for Sriranavami last time we purchased Mangal Sutra also. Gold Mangal Sutra we have purchased.
It was better that last year we purchased.
Purchased Rama Sita, items also we purchased. So all basic things we have present.
So when is our
When is Sriranavami, we are going to celebrate on 26th March, which is coming on Thursday.
Working
So
day.
working day. So we request, we are planning to have puja around second half evening somewhere. And this time there is no any particular issue because we don't have a much. It's not a holiday to celebrate this. So we'll be having puja here only. 27th, no?
26th.
26th,
Thursday.
26th, it starts on 26th afternoon, I think.
Okay, approximately we have calculated the expenses is coming around 40,000. So we have around 35,000, 35 houses. We are not forcing anybody to fix the amount, but consider the expenses against contribution so that we
On
can.
Ganesha, the contribution will come from outside also.
We will try outside also if people are contributing, we will take, but residents definitely will require your support.
How much you said the expenses coming to?
40,000 minimum we are thinking. And also giving this prasad also will be.
Oh, so it's inclusive of everything.
If there is no means any donor, we will do it from our cultural community. Otherwise, if somebody is coming and offering, then we will do it. But definitely something will be there.
Sir, cultural committee has to do something for Christmas also.
We are ready
It
to
is up to
do
cultural committee to decide who is there.
If somebody comes,
I don't know,
see,
you mentioned cultural committee,
Not
that's why I'm
only-
saying.
Before cultural committee, where is your subordinate officers? First, tell me, only president, secretary is available. What about vice president, joint secretary, blah, 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 blah.
This is
When we Christmas, because New Year, for example. So when we are celebrating, few of the festivals we should
See,
celebrate that also.
indoor festivals we know how to celebrate. Still,
They have to come
they have to come
forward.
forward.
Whoever
If
are
they say,
doing it,
yes, you
see,
plan,
as-
this will plan.
As an association, we are not interested to celebrate any of those things. Individual owners, who are interested in doing it, come forward. We will permit you to do it. Even you can take the association property. If you ask the association is not interested in doing anything. Only development work.
That is wrong, the way of putting that across is really wrong.
Yes, yes. It
If
is
the
true,
cultural
100%.
committee has taken.
Then if association, 1 minute, if the association interfering, then association needs to spend also.
And if
We are
association,
not in a position to spend.
I agree, but as association has a subcommittee called cultural committee.
Yeah.
And cultural committee, if they are doing something, they have to do.
No, they have to come forward. If they, that's what I'm telling. Cultural committee can also do it. We will authorize our cultural committee
Because we are.
to foresee the festival or whatever format it is.
You know,
Association does not
I will suggest one point here. If association is not interested to do any puja in the festival.
Yes.
Secretary and president has to just try to send the message in the groups. Because the
No,
message,
no,
suppose
no.
if secretary is sending a message, no, because of his interest, I'm not saying, I'm not denying the fact of, because it's a fact of a puja interest only is doing. But if he send the message goes like,
Whether the
Association.
it is not like that. Whether he is posting the message in a position.
Association, I'm not
posting secretary as such.
I'm posting as a
No, no, no.
cultural
See,
committee.
logically you are correct. I'm not saying.
See, technically speaking, what the points raised by two of our residents is correct. Technically, that is correct. And also, whether it is by mistake or you wantedly used the word cultural committee, that is what she caught. So, when you are talking, you better talk with whatever words you are talking. Because you mentioned cultural committee, she caught it. And again, continuation is because in a position of a secretary, if you are doing certain things outside, and you can't say, I am doing it in my personal capacity, please contribute. It won't be seen that way.
People
The
won't
office also matters.
Association celebrating.
Someone, let any other resident start doing that, please.
You can do it like
Sending
sending
a
a
message
message.
as a resident. As far as you are there in the chain.
These few residents are not available during Christmas. That is the reason why they are not.
No, she raised a technical point. And
She
she
is
is
a
making
point.
point. And the
Maybe that.
May happen.
Maybe he is become what is a secretary and sending the message. But as far as the message is concerned, there is nowhere written that he is a
No, I
secretary.
agree. See, I know from, I never question you this any day, right? But I'm saying the perception which people are taking from outside.
It is a recommendation.
Because secretary is sending the message.
Yeah, it is a recommendation to consider technicalities also involved, which otherwise it will be perceived in
That's
fact.
that you are using my word. You are using my word. It is not easy.
No, I know. I'm not saying you can do still work. I'm sending the. Okay. See, in that perspective, that's what I'm saying.
But it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy, it's difficult, and you're taking very good work, I know everything.
So,
By sending it.
yeah, if one mistake also people will not believe tomorrow.
Correct. But I mean, outside people thinking that perspective, so we can avoid that at least.
You can have someone do it.
Just when you do it. It is better.
I don't know how to do it.
Absolutely.
Because I cannot say that much thing to do it, so.
Shooting will do it.
So this time Superman will say,
You will collect and do it. Whatever necessary.
Shruti was our sports minister, right?
Yes, culture is sports minister.
I
No, no,
I
no.
saw that.
No, I mean-
Please stop. Chip and quick.
Hey, we want gym last in the AGM also.
Arvind was the sports thing.
Cultural.
Last,
Cultural association, cultural.
Not even there in the association.
no. We were seeing that at least one meeting he could have attended, and it would have been better.
Sir, we want gym, sir.
That is very much clear. At least we start with one or two basic.
Start some basic downloads or something we will, sir.
Start.
Just call it something.
Then we will establish.
No, and even advertise what I don't see that too much of advertisement. A very good work which last association and this association we did for watering, creating the water into the layout.
Yeah, I think you should put it in a bigger group.
Bigger groups in a.
As a small group.
I'm not seeing that advertisement anywhere, because it's a very good work which this
We are
association and our
self-sufficient in water,
Yeah.
basic amenities.
So basic amenities done, you need to advertise it anywhere. Not seeing it anywhere. So that the people feel something happening.
Sir, I think that is a very good idea. There have been some photos taken during the Aarti or some puja at a water tank, etc. Some photos must be there, right? So make a small postcard size message saying that on so and so day this has happened. What has been delivered successfully? 1 month in line. Every houses are getting water. Most of the people stop using the Gayatri water. Put create some message. Post it in
And then ask residents to support that message. Support that
That
message.
we will do.
No, that gives you the.
Any advertisement we will do.
Or we can capture this in a video, nice video, what and all has been done, some photos, like maybe someone can help in the animation part. And then before AGM or every year, like maybe once a year,
Yeah,
next
teaser.
year is photos.
Teaser.
Then teaser.
Teaser.
Teaser, exactly. So people, like residents know what's happening, but in the other forum, like people are thinking like, why I'm paying millions, we are not seeing
Even
anything.
people will
They
get
should
a
pay,
chance to
why?
construct a house also.
Nah,
You should make them ready for the next AGM.
Yeah, it is a correct time. It is a correct time.
This is the
For
right
increase in
time.
maintenance.
So you have started STP. There must be some photos for the starting of STP work. So separate message. Not second message. Separate message.
I'm seriously telling you, it's a very good work we did it, right? So it's a very hectic work also.
Big work.
Very big work. Why
We started the work
Why we
4
stop
years
it?
back.
We should go and advertise it.
4 years back we started.
Money and effort is, so that has to be something.
And then that promotes the people to consider there, no? We need more houses.
Correct.
What is the CCTV erection?
And even I am requesting all
We are,
owners to
CCTV
support them. Why
We are
like
going to
this?
close
This month.
on purchasing,
We are trying to close it this month.
CCTV,
CCTV.
we are trying to purchase this financial year. Work may start to maybe April we can close it, but purchasing will happen this month, sir.
Sir, you have only 20 days for doing that work.
We'll purchase it.
Kiran, you have that Sriramnavami agenda, right, its activities.
Okay. So, yeah, thanks for highlighting that. So, meeting almost over. If you want to come, please come next meeting.
ഉണ്ടാവില്ല എന്താ മാത്രം ഉണ്ടാവില്ല.
So this time, from the Sriramnavami, what I am thinking to propose from my side is, since it came in a working day, we have to do it in the evening because we can't ask everybody to take off that day and then do the puja in the morning and all. Maybe not a good idea. So we are planning to do it in the evening. But request everybody to come early. Whatever if at all you are going outside, if there is a possibility, come early by 4 o'clock approximately. If you are back, then we can start the festivities from around 4:30 onwards, something like that. The first item this time I wanted to introduce was there are about 9 kids of some close to same age. There are about 9 kids. So I am thinking, why don't we have some sort of a fancy dress? Rama, Lakshmana, Sita, Hanuman. We have many Hanumans here. So many Hanumans are there, so we can actually have them.
No need of costumes.
So maybe if at all it is possible, I do not know. This is just a proposal. If they can come in that attire and they say one liner or two liner about that character, so that they will start knowing what that character is, what is the culture, what is the story behind everything. One liner, it's an effort for the parents, but it is something which can encourage. Number one. Number two is, last time after the puja is completed, we did a one big procession. This time we will not have that procession because we don't have time. The puja is also happening in the evening and then procession we can't do it. Rather, what we will do is, anyways, there would be a bride's house and groom's house like last time we did. some new persons have to come. So you also have to opt for it. I will be a bride or I'll be a groom type thing. So when you opt, then a procession will be there from your house to the wedding place anyways. Last time also we did it, this time also we did it. That would be there. We won't do another procession later. So
After the marriage procession will not be there.
after marriage procession will not be there. So kids fancy dress is introducing and removing the procession after that. And the rest of the events will be the same. But just remember one more thing, which we need to still confirm with the priest also. The person, the family where the bride is coming from and the groom is coming from might have to be fasting until the puja is done. That we can confirm from the priest. But because any marriage, right, until the puja is completed, generally it will be a fasting time. So that is the only clause that might be there. But we wanted new people to do that one. Last time I and Sitaram did it, but this time it should be someone else.
Nicely and then go and sit in front. That's what it is.
Even I attend some of these residents meetings and all, along with them, so that more participants will do.
Mood is saturated.
Otherwise, the DC has to visit each house.
No, the business meeting is over. This is now my meeting. Turn towards me now. Business meeting is over.
Seeing always the same crowd.
No, we want to pull the crowd for some other reason, so that
Yes,
we can
madam,
discuss.
that is the only reason we
This
are
is
celebrating.
get together type of thing.
Otherwise, I'll say, some visiting we need to do in each house and talk to them.
No, last year we had a potluck, we gathered.
This time
This
also
time
we
also
can
we
be,
have it.
maybe in the month of June. Potluck.
In the June means June is our AGM, right?
June or July will be our age. We'll make maybe 10 to 15 days prior to the age. We can make.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I don't think whether we can. We have to make another what to say residence meeting before the AG. So potluck and the residence meeting can happen.
No, sir. No, sir. It's a potluck means we will have all our house people. Residence meeting is only for the members to come. So how can we combine residence meeting and potluck?
Maybe you can discuss on that. Along with.
Or do one thing, morning we will do a residence meeting, finish it off, afternoon we will call for the potluck, it's okay. But don't combine it one time.
No, before
In front of discussion, we do a resident meeting, we do.
Now what is the process for selecting the bride and
Now we are all here, so if anybody is wanting to volunteer to be a bride and groom, please raise your hand.
multiple options?
And then I will help, I will personally help how to do the house arrangements. See, everybody have done their marriages, everybody is married here, so they know how to be prepared for the marriage. Right?
So different
So,
marriages.
it's okay. Okay. I will help. Someone please raise your hand. I will help for the respective house activities. But someone has to raise your hands. Myself and my wife will be there. No problem.
So conclusion is Shruti madam will take the lead.
Collection team.
And
I don't think so that is happening.
Huh?
I do not.
That's okay, sir. We will do it. But my
Not
question is.
not from the association side.
No, it's okay.
No, this is sending the message only. I mean, you can frame the message and give to somebody, let them send it, that's what I'm saying.
You can send it from Subhasini's.
Your wife, whatever, doesn't matter. Only problem, sending the message on your name, in a different direction. You don't need to know the issue.
For Sriram, message is not like this. Last year also somehow I got initiated.
Because you are doing all Excel work, good work only, but sending messages, it's different thoughts. Because of the same.
Last time I think we also almost went to each.
Because you need to take the sentiments of people based on the cause, religion, house.
No. Sentiment and everything is okay. But everyone, everything comes to finance and work. Okay. Some may give finance. No one will come forward to work.
Every time I have to see how much has come.
That's what
I have to enter into
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
I have to circulate.
At least we should be in a position to not to live too deep into it.
Bhuvaneswar sir,
Keep it simple.
this time
It's not
I will
having
send
a
the
designation or something there.
I will send the message to everybody. And your code will be.
See now, never still there.
You will maintain that Excel file. So Excel file maintenance I can't do.
So it's quite a lot of.
Correct. Anyways, people go home, think through, and then raise your hand who will be the. See, we just need 2 volunteers, 2 family members, 2 families, 2 volunteers for the bride and groom house. Once we get that name, the rest everything will fall in place.
That's
Right,
right.
sir. Meeting at 7 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope everyone is signed, right? Yes.
What is one?
Manage to get this.
Only the first, not bottom one side. This is bottom 2 plates is that already 2 is bottom ones and the single one is 850. First is 1.90 kgs.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಗುರು ನೀವು ಸಂಘ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ವೇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಓಕೆ ವೇಟ್